What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of What's on My Shelf, where we go through my collection and kind of show you what's on my shelf behind me. But today we're going to go a little bit more in depth because I have a lot. We're going to go through all of my sports pops. And don't worry, we'll try to make this as quick as possible. Okay, so like I said in the intro, we have a lot of pops to go through. I'm a big sports guy, so I have a decent amount of sports pops. Just for the sake of time for the video, we are going to leave out my wrestling pops, WWE. We're going to focus mainly on basketball, football. I think I have one or a few baseball, and then I have a couple of soccer pops. So let's get into it, and let's look at the first one on my shelf. First one on my shelf is going to be a Michael Jordan. This is a classic Michael, just pretty simple. He's just dunking the ball right there. He's on a little stand. He's got his Jordans on right there. He's got the classic, iconic look. This is number 54 in the basketball line, Michael Jordan. Like I said, we're going to fly through these. So if you want to take a look closer up at something, pause the video. But if not, we're moving on to the next one. Next one up is going to be, in my opinion, the greatest middle linebacker of all time, and that is going to be one Baltimore Raven, Ray Lewis. I believe he has a new pop coming out. Also, Ravens, of course, but this is the original Ray Lewis pop. I think it's pretty cool. He's on the turf. A lot of the football pops are on the turf, but this is, like I said, in my opinion, the greatest middle linebacker of all time. Staying with the theme of the greatest of all time, we're going to go into one of my... I have a few soccer pops, but my favorite player of all time, Lionel Messi. This is when he was on Paris. I love this pop. I love the fact... I love the soccer ball. I love his stance in the pop. I think they did a really good job of making this look just like him. So there you go. Lionel Messi, greatest soccer player of all time. Next up is my favorite team, Dallas Cowboys. This is a pop of a player that was on the team, left the team, and now coming up this season, he is back on the team, and that is Ezekiel Elliott. He is changing his number from 21 back to his college number at Ohio State of 15, but I'm excited to see him back in the Cowboys uniform. But there you go, my first Cowboys pop. We're going to get into quite a few here. Ezekiel Elliott. Next up, eventually, I think this guy, I mean, if his career stays on the trajectory that he's been on, I think this guy is going to be the greatest football player of all time. But right now, I still have it as Tom Brady. But this is Mr. Patrick Mahomes himself. I do think he's going to surpass Tom Brady at the end of his career, but we will see. You never know what cards you're dealt in sports. But here you go. My first quarterback pop that we're showcasing, and that is Patrick Mahomes. Next up, we're back to the Cowboys, baby. One of the greatest, not one of, the greatest cornerback of all time, and that is one Deion Sanders. You do know that he is the coach right now of Colorado in college football, but back in his heyday, he was locking down an entire side of the field. So here we go, Dallas Cowboys with the do-rag on, primetime himself, Deion Sanders. My second basketball pop is going to be my current favorite player in the NBA at the moment, and that is one Stephen Curry. I have quite a bit of Steph Curry pops, but this is just not the original. I never was able to get his original Funko Pop, but this one is a pretty cool pop. It's just him holding the basketball. Like I said, I have other Steph Currys, but this is the first one that we're showcasing on my shelf. Okay, moving on. We're back with the Cowboys once again. Like I said, it's going to be a common theme. I am a Cowboys fan. But this is the first pop that is on my shelf currently, but is not out of its box just yet. And that is Fanatics exclusive CeeDee Lamb. This is CeeDee Lamb's first Funko Pop. He does have another one coming out, I think, pretty soon. But this is a Fanatics exclusive. This is a pretty decent valued pop. I think the last time I checked it was like $65. But I'll put it up here right here on the screen, let you know how much it is. But yes, the best wide receiver in my opinion currently, well, maybe the second or third best in the league. I'll give maybe Justin Jefferson and Chase, Jamar Chase, and maybe Tyreek Hill. But CeeDee Lamb is definitely top 5 best wide receivers in the league currently. Sticking with the Cowboys theme, we're going with a classic individual, and that is Sir Troy Aikman Funko exclusive. He's back on the turf. My favorite is the Thanksgiving uniforms, or the class, like the white with the blue shoulder pads or the blue with the white shoulder pads. In my opinion, the second best quarterback of all time in a Cowboys uniform. Fight me about it. I do have my favorite, but he did bring us 3 Super Bowls, so you cannot throw out Mr. Troy Aikman. Next up is going to be the current Cowboys quarterback, and that is Mr. Dak Prescott. Love him or hate him, he's not a great quarterback. He's not a bad quarterback. He's a solid, good quarterback. I think he can still potentially be great. He just needs to get over a couple little hurdles. But I do. It's a love-hate relationship with Dak Prescott. But the current quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, Mr. Dak Prescott. The last official sports pop that's on my shelf currently is going to be, in my opinion, the best edge rusher in football, and that is Micah Parsons. Now, you could make a case if you want to say Myles Garrett. I might listen to that argument, but in my opinion, it's 1 and 2. It's going to be Micah and Myles. But of course, he's a Cowboy, so I'm going to lean towards Micah Parsons. Although he did kind of show up, he didn't really show up in the playoffs. But that's a different story. We'll get back to that on a different day. But in my opinion, the best edge rusher in football, and that is Micah Parsons. All right, so now we're going to get into what other sports pops I have in my collection that just are not on the shelf. So we're going to fly through these real quick. First one up, I do have Houston Texans Deshaun Watson. Next up, we do have Tennessee Titan, but now he is gone with the Ravens, I believe, and that is running back Derrick Henry. Next one up, classic cornerback right here. He's still in the league, I believe, unless he retired this year, but I think he's still in the league. Arizona Cardinal pop, Patrick Peterson. He was one of my favorite cornerbacks when he was in his prime. He's definitely not in his prime anymore, but he's still a great pop and still an amazing player. Sticking with football, we have retired defensive tackle, I believe he was, J.J. Watt for the Houston Texans. I did hear a rumor that he reached out and said that he could come back if they need him to. So we'll see if he ends up back in the league. But for now, he is retired. But we do have Houston Texans, J.J. Watt. Back to some current players. We have Buffalo Bill quarterback Josh Allen. I do believe he's probably top 3 best quarterbacks in the league right now. Maybe 2. Definitely not 1. He hasn't proven he can beat Pat Mahomes yet. But Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills. Next up, we're going to wide receiver, one of the top 3 in the league, Tyreek Hill, Miami Dolphins. Like I said, I am a big sports collector. So even though I'm a Cowboys fan, I recognize game. I know Tyreek Hill is one of the best. I think this guy just retired this year. Sad to see him go, but that is defensive tackle Aaron Donald from the Rams. One of the greatest to ever do it, man. This dude was unblockable, and coming out of college, a lot of analysts said that he was too small, too little, but this dude was a wrecking force. And if he is retired, which I believe he is, I will miss watching him, Aaron Donald. Like I said earlier, we do have more than one Steph Curry pop, and next up is going to be 2024 Target Con exclusive Steph Curry. I believe that's him with the All-Star jersey on. I do like this pop. Pretty much any Steph Curry pop that I can see that I can afford, I do try to get. So there we go, 2024 Target Con, Steph Curry. Going back to retired players, we have a good one that didn't last very long. No, I feel like his career could have went a lot different if he would have stayed in the league a little longer. But that is Indianapolis Colts quarterback Andrew Luck. Back to some current players, we have Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts. I am not an Eagles fan. I'm a Cowboys fan, so I actually hate the Eagles. But like I said earlier, game recognized game. He is very good. So I knew when he came out with this pop, I had to grab him. Next pop-up is from a team that I hate more than any other team in the league, and that's San Francisco 49ers. But this player is dope, and the pop is dope, and that is Gold Visor Deebo Samuel. Great pop. Next up is a teammate of Deebo Samuel, but unfortunately, it's on his original team, and that is Christian McCaffrey with the Carolina Panthers. I do like this pop, though. I do think they're making a 49er McCaffrey, though, which I will get when it comes out because he's a great player. But I do like to have the original team that they started on. To help speed up this video, we're going to start doing double teams. Here we go. We have Chicago Bull DeMar DeRozan and Los Angeles Clippers Kawhi Leonard. I figured this is perfect. We have two Michael Jordans. We have All-Star jersey Michael Jordan, and then we have Funko exclusive with the, is this him with the 45? Yes, number 45 on his jersey when he came out of retirement. I do like that pop a lot because I did like when he was 45. It just a little something different, but double Michael Jordans. Next two up, we got Charlotte Hornet Gordon Hayward and the GOAT himself from the Buccaneers, Mr. Tom Brady. I do have a Tom Brady of him in the Patriots uniform with the Super Bowl beanie on. I'll put a picture of that pop right here, but I don't know where it is right now. It's in one of my other boxes. I'm not going to go fishing for it, but I do have it. Next two up are two GOATs, in my opinion. That is from boxing, Mike Tyson, and from golf, Mr. Tiger Woods. These are two GOATs. You could argue Muhammad Ali, maybe Floyd Mayweather, depending on what your style is. But I think Mike was the most dominant boxer that there's ever been. So much power. And then Tiger Woods, enough said. Next up, we have a couple baseball pops. We have from the Dodgers currently, Mookie Betts and classic Chase, Jackie Robinson. Great player. Iconic. Helped pave the way for African Americans. Wonderful pop, and I love the bronze kind of statue look, Chase. But these are two amazing baseball players that I had to have in my collection. Next up, we have two amazing players in their respective sports. We have soccer star Mbappe from Paris as well to match his teammate right there, Lionel Messi, that you saw earlier in the video. And probably one of the best players, if not the best player in baseball, Shohei Ohtani for the Angels. Next up, we have two of the three best quarterbacks in the league, including the best quarterback. But we have Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert, and then we have another Patrick Mahomes. I have the one with his helmet off. I like that one better on the shelf, but we still had to grab another Patrick Mahomes. He's the best. We got a couple of basketball pops here right now. We got in the NBA Finals, Mr. Jason Tatum, his original pop right there, 118 in the basketball line. And then we have NBA champion Jamal Murray from the Denver Nuggets. Both great players. One's out, one's in. Now we got one basketball, one football. We have wide receiver. I don't know why I said safety. Wide receiver from the Seattle Seahawks, DK Metcalf, probably top 5, maybe like top 7 in the league. Definitely one of the most physical wide receivers in the league. And then we have Mr. Jimmy Buckets from the Miami Heat. I love me some Jimmy Buckets, man. Such a great player. There we have it. We got two more basketball pops here. We got Mr. Giannis Antetokounmpo from the Milwaukee Bucks right there, his original pop. And then, like I said, I got a bunch of Steph Currys, man. We have, what is that? Fugitive Toy exclusive Steph Curry with his championship trophy right there in the box with him. I love Steph. He's my favorite player. And then how can you go wrong with Giannis? Two more basketball pops up. We got Mr. Dame Dollar himself, Damian Lillard. This was his Portland Trailblazer Damian Lillard. I haven't picked up a Milwaukee Buck one yet. And then we have, I showed Jason Tatum earlier. We have the person he's going up against. We got Mr. Luka Doncic. I hope the Celtics win, to be honest with you. I'm not a big Mavs fan. But two amazing basketball players right here. Only a few more left to go through. We got Mr. Barry Sanders, arguably the greatest running back of all time. That is supposed to be a Best Buy sticker, exclusive sticker, but the sticker fell off. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to order one day. And then we got North Carolina Michael Jordan in college. Right there, basketball, football, two GOATs right next to each other. Then we got the other top 3 quarterback, top 4. It's interchangeable depending on how you like. Cincinnati Bengal, Mr. Joe Burrow. I hope he gets back on track after his injury. Joe Burrow. Last up, I'm going to show you, as I do have some basketball like cards or magazines or whatever from Funko. And that is I have Mr. Zion Williamson Prism card right there. Pop on the bottom, card in the back. And then I have Slam Magazine Vince Carter. Vince right there with the magazine in the back. Love these magazine covers and cards. But let's keep going. I'm going to show you guys the other ones I have. Of course, I would be remiss not to show you two Steph Curry card and magazine ones. So we got basketball Walmart exclusive Prism Steph Curry, and then we got Slam Magazine when he won the title. Night night, Steph Curry right there. I love Steph Curry. And then we got one more. Is this a card? No, the Slam Magazine cover. We got Mr. Tracy McGrady. I felt like his career got derailed by injuries. But Mr. Tracy McGrady, one of the best small forwards I feel like of all time, man. This dude was amazing. I do have two more Steph Curry cards up top, but I don't feel like getting them down, man. So there you have it. Oh, what am I doing? We got one more football pop. So earlier I said that Troy Aikman is the second best quarterback in Cowboy history. That's because right behind me in the glass case, we have the GOAT, Tony Romo. Love that pop. It took me forever to get that. I sold a lot. Not a lot, but I sold a few pops to gather up some money to be able to get that pop. It is Toys R Us exclusive with the Thanksgiving jersey, like I said, that I love, or the throwback, depending on which one. I don't know. But yes, Toys R Us exclusive Tony Romo. That's the last sports pop that I'm going to show you guys in this video. There you have it, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed my sports What's on My Shelf episode. Let me know down in the comments below, what's your favorite sports pop? Do you collect certain teams? Do you collect players? Or do you collect sport? Let me know which sport if it is. Until next time, like, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys have a great one. It's your boy JD, and I'm out this thing, baby. Peace.